All right, everybody. This is William from Film Snob Reviews speaking here with Colin Ford and Ellie Bamber from their new movie Extracurricular Activities. Say hello, guys.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having us.
Hello. And so let's start with the film itself. It's a weird one, and I really enjoyed it.
It is weird.
Yeah, when I was watching it initially, I thought to myself, it really did. It went there. Okay, all right. I wasn't expecting it to do certain things, and that's for somebody who's seen a ton of movies and can usually kind of pick out where the narrative is going to flow. I was kind of hit a little bit by the last third of it. So great job. You guys have some great chemistry. Can you talk about what it was like working with each other?
Yeah, I really loved working with Colin. We had a great time with Jay as well, our director, and I think it was nice because I think the three of us hung out quite a lot off set, and yeah, it was brilliant.
I agree. I mean, working with Ellie was so super incredible. We had such a great time on and off set. We had a lot of chemistry, and it was a lot of fun to bring that alive on camera.
You can tell that you guys were having a good time. It did come out, and I think that Jay does a great job of just letting that natural chemistry kind of flow, and it makes the film better for it. So, as actors, and because I've looked up your guys' filmography. You guys have such different filmographies and different resumes. Where Ellie, I didn't even know initially that you were English, so that was a nice, pleasant surprise. Very, very cool. You've done a lot of period pieces.
Oh, sorry, what did you say?
You've done a lot of period pieces.
Yes, I have.
What is that like? Going from a period piece background. I mean, you did Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. You know, even something like The Nutcracker, which you had a role in, has a period piece feel. To going to something like this, which is more modern, high school kind of setting.
Well, I think the set and the costumes definitely help, and I think you have to do a lot of research into the period that you're representing. But I think that there are some similarities still. You know, you can draw different themes from different times.
Mm-hmm. And then with Colin, you've been in some pretty big stuff. I mean, you had a role in Captain Marvel. You were in that film that came out last year, Every Day. But you've also done some smaller roles like We Bought a Zoo and some TV. What was it like for you going from that sort of thing to this?
Well, I mean, this script really appealed to me. Just being something kind of different than anything I'd done in the past. Mm-hmm. I liked the darker elements of it, and kind of getting to play a character that was a little bit different than the all-American boy that I'd played kind of growing up in some roles. And it was a challenge. It was the first thing that I'd kind of led on my own. The most pages with my character's name on it than anything I'd ever done before. So it was a challenge. It was something that I was really looking forward to, and I'm happy to see the outcome. So I'm really pleased.
I think you both did an incredible job, so you should definitely be pleased with it. When we're talking about your lives as actors, who are some actors or actresses, maybe some writers, producers that you guys looked up to or continue to look up to as inspirations?
I think, growing up, it's always changing, but growing up, I always idolized, like, the Brad Pitts and the Matt Damons and the Leonardo DiCaprio, so it was that much cooler when I was, 14 and I got to work with Matt Damon because he was, my hero. But growing up, I think that those role models are still very much prevalent for me, but I also think that, there's a lot of young actors that I'm watching now, and I'm seeing how they're doing. Like, I really love, what Michael B. Jordan has done with his whole career, the Miles Tellers, et cetera. I think that there's a lot of great young actors to watch who are just a couple years older than I am.
Those are some good picks there. You're pulling out the Michael B. Jordans and the Miles Tellers. Those guys are great. And I'm it's good for you you want to strive to be your peers, so that's good to hear. What about you, Ellie?
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's incredible to see young actors doing so well, and I feel like I've worked with, you know, Lily James, for example. I hugely admire, and I've been lucky enough to work with her in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and lucky enough to call a friend of mine. I love Wes Anderson's films. I've always been a really big fan of Wes Anderson. And yeah, I think it's lovely to be surrounded by such talented actors in this film too. You know, I really admire a lot of the actors in Extracurricular Activities.
Yes, I really like that. So let's go ahead and give the audience a why they should choose to check out Extracurricular Activities. And I kind of want you guys to each give me an answer as to why they should check this film out.
I'm trying to not give you a funny answer. I'm going to give you a serious answer.
I'll take the funny answer, really.
Well, the funny answer is because Ellie's in it. Duh.
Yeah, and obviously because Colin's in it.
No, but seriously, I think that, look, we all go through this. I call it the time of like teenage limbo, when you feel like an adult, but you're very much so still a kid, and you think that you're right, and everybody else everybody that doesn't agree with you is wrong. And you know, I think that where, you know, a lot of teenagers may think, oh my gosh, here's a great story, I'm gonna go get rid of my parents. Like, that's not the idea here. The idea is that you know, that these parents were awful people, and that their kids' lives were better off without them, and that's a fun journey to get to go on. I mean, everybody imagines at one point in time or another that they wish their parents were gone, but nobody's crazy enough to actually get rid of them.
Yeah, no, apparently.
Yeah. For folks at home.
That's a good way to put that. And what about you, Ellie? Why should people check out this film?
I mean, it's filled with lots of things. I mean, all of the female, especially Mariana, the female roles are very powerful and strong and intelligent. And I love that about the film. And I just think it's a ride, and it's fun, and also Tim is just incredible in the film. He is hilarious.
Yeah, he's really funny, actually. I got to give him some credit there. He's quite good. So, just to kind of tie this thing up, where can people find you next? What's your next project that you could talk about? Because I know sometimes you guys have things on your calendar you can't exactly mention.
I just got finished filming a series with Netflix called Daybreak, and that will be out this year at the end of October. And Daybreak follows Josh Wheeler, who I play, through a post-apocalyptic world set in Glendale, and Josh has to navigate Mad Max-style gangs in order to be reunited with his girlfriend, whom he was separated at the start of the apocalypse. Okay,
that sounds really cool. I'll probably check that out on Netflix when it comes out, because that sounds right around my aesthetic. And Ellie, what about you?
I have a show out on PBS at the moment called Les Miserables. So I play Cosette in that with Dominic West, David Oyelowo, and Lily Collins. And then I just finished filming a 6-part series for the BBC called The Trial of Christine Keeler, which is about the Profumo scandal. So I play Mandy Rice Davies in that, and I'm joined James and Sophie Cookson plays Christine Keeler, the lead.
Nice. And Olivia Colman's also in that Les Miserables interpretation, correct?
Yes, she is.
That's a fantastic cast. Wow. That is a fantastic cast. I'm glad you got to be on a project like that. So I mean, I'm pretty much done with all the fun questionings. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the audience while we have you here for the next minute?
Just go check out Extracurricular Activities and follow me on Instagram.
And what's your handle? We'll follow you.
Colin Ford.
Okay, and then Ellie, anything else?
Yeah, go watch it. I'm interested to see what everyone thinks of it, so yeah, check it out.
Perfect. Thank you guys. Once again, this has been Ellie Bamber and Colin Ford speaking about their new film, Extracurricular Activities. Thank you guys for taking the time out of this wonderful afternoon to speak with me, and keep it snobby, guys.